Hey everyone, in this video we are looking at naming conventions or best naming practices for a variable in JavaScript. I'm gonna create a new file. Inside variables folder, I'm gonna create a new file and naming it as naming.js. Now let's say I want to say first name about a user in our web application. So in Facebook you will see, right, first name, last name. So I'm just creating a first name here. So how to create that? I will create a variable with the keyword var and I will say first name, because since here first name is two different words, I have already mentioned in our previous lecture, right? So if you have two words, we cannot separate them using spaces. So first name has two different words, right? The second word has to be capitalized and without any spaces. So this is how we have to write a variable name if we have two words. So this is known as camel casing. So there is another style that some other languages follow, that is called as snake casing. So in camel casing, the second word is capitalized, right? So the beginning letter of second word is capitalized, right? In snake casing, we have the two words are separated by an underscore. So this is called as snake casing. So this is not something majority of the developers follow right now. So developers from a Python or Ruby background from the past continue to use snake casing. But as part of our course, we are restricting ourselves by using camel casing only. So forget about this for now. So we are just focusing on camel casing, that's it. But as there is no space between two words here, as you can see, and second word should be capitalized. So that is camel casing. So there are few rules that we have to follow in JavaScript. So while declaring the variable names, like you cannot write anything as a variable name, but there are few rules that you have to follow while you are declaring variable names. So variable name cannot start with a number in JavaScript, cannot start with a number. So what does it mean? So this is where 99 acres. So this is invalid. So you cannot write something called as where a variable name cannot start with a number here. So it is not a good variable name. But a variable can hold a number in middle or end. So what it means? A number can be there inside a variable name in middle or end, but not in the beginning. So where acres 99 is valid and where cars 24 is valid. So these are some of the rules that you have to follow while declaring variable names in JavaScript. And so this is not allowed. What is not allowed? 99 acres is not allowed. You have to follow that. You should not give any numbers in the beginning of a variable name in JavaScript. So the second rule is you cannot have space between two words in a variable name. So spacing is not allowed. So if you see, spacing is not allowed. So let's say we have something called as last name. So this is not a valid variable name. So instead we have to give something called as camel casing. So this is allowed. What is not allowed? Last name. So this is not allowed. Not allowed or invalid. So where last space name is not valid, it is not allowed. And we cannot have a hyphen while you declare a variable. So let's say first hyphen name. So this is not allowed in JavaScript. It is also valid. So we cannot use hyphen inside variable names. So let's hyphen is not allowed. But instead we can have underscore between variable names, like this is valid. We can have underscores between two words, but we cannot have a hyphen between. Hyphen or spacing is not allowed in JavaScript. So also you cannot use reserved keywords like where. Let's say where, and the variable name is also where. This is not invalid. This is invalid. Sorry, this is invalid because where is a reserved keyword in JavaScript. Where, console.log, return, function, array, all these are written keywords, right? Sorry, inbuilt keywords, reserved keywords in JavaScript. So those words we cannot use it as variable names. So they are reserved keywords because where is a reserved keyword in JavaScript. Because so overall what is allowed, we can use camel casing. So we can use camel casing, we can use snake casing as well, but we are not following it right now. We also sometimes have variable names starts with underscores. So most advanced developers or experienced developers follow it till days. First name, so even this is a valid variable name, can start with underscore. So rules are: variable name cannot start with a number, variable name cannot start with a number, variable name cannot have hyphen is not allowed, spacing is not allowed, spacing between words in a variable name is not allowed, and we cannot use any reserved keywords like where, console.log, function, etc. There are a ton of them, but for now I'm just restricting myself to in explanation by using where keyword, which is a reserved keyword in JavaScript. We can have camel casing. I have already shown, right? We should have camel casing. Most of the cases we use only camel casing for variable names in JavaScript. And one more thing is, variable need not to have two different words and can be of a single word as well. Like what does it mean? Where age, so age is a single word, right? So this is valid. All the times it no need to be two words, but it can be of a single word. And if it is a single word, it should be in lowercase only. There is no uppercasing in variable names in JavaScript. So variable names starting with capital letters, we are not using it. We are using only small letters. So a variable name should never start with a capital letter, and it should always be in a lowercase only if it is a single word. And variable names starting with capital letters. So you can ask me, so what are variable names? What if we start a variable name with a capital letter? So that is not wrong, but we use in future for creating class or constructor functions in future classes. So then you can understand why we do not use them for variable names. So why we only use small letters for variable names. So that is allowed, but that is not valid. So that is not a good programming practice, because capitalizing a variable is strictly reserved for defining class or constructor functions or creating components in React.js. So I hope this has given you good insights on how to create a variable names in JavaScript. Next video there is a small activity. Once we complete that, we are entering into next section called as data types. I will see you there. Thank you.